I want to talk about the final group project for this semester. It has several elements. You will work as groups to gather data and create a PowerPoint presentation, and you will also present to the class, and then finally you will submit a causal inference paper. So we're going to have 5 groups, each representing a country, and the countries are actually listed in the assignment instructions that are already posted on Blackboard in the group project causal inference paper folder on Blackboard. You will want to review the instructions carefully before you make any decisions. There will be approximately 5 to 6 students per group. You will work together to assign a section to 1 or 2 group members to research. You will then, as a group, create a PowerPoint presentation, and you will produce a handout to share with students. And we'll talk later about uploading that up to Blackboard so students have access. And then you will present to the class on your assigned date. I have 3 categories that I want your groups to focus on. Liberty issues, that includes freedom of the press, freedom of association, including internet, freedom of expression. Institutions, we have rule of law, particularly concerned about the issues of due process. The electoral system, how inclusive is it, how free from fraud, and then democratic governance. How democratic is it in actual practice? Not what they claim, but in practice, how democratic are they? Now on rights, we're going to look at religion, freedom of belief and practice, women protected from discrimination, afforded equal treatment, LGBT protection from discrimination, afforded equal treatment, and then finally education, equal access. Your group will then give a PowerPoint presentation. Now there's some rules that you want to pay attention to because you will be graded on your presentation as well, each individual member of the group. So make sure that the slides that are on the PowerPoint presentation are those that you created for the group presentation. So don't put too much text on a single PowerPoint slide. What happens is people are focused on the text, they may start writing, and then they're not hearing you as you speak. And so you want to keep it simple, just to keep the students organized. You want those students focused on what you're saying. Speak clearly. Avoid too many filler words, sounds, repetition of words. There's a lot of like, and that's very distracting. When a speaker uses all these filler words, these filler sounds, it causes the listener to lose sight of the overall message. And so in order to be clearly understood, it's really best to practice speaking without a lot of fillers. Provide facts to support your analysis. But key is to draw conclusions based on the facts that you are presenting. What do those facts mean for what you are presenting on? Now we will have group member evaluations. Too often, individual members do not carry their weight in a group project. This is called a free rider problem. This kind of actor assumes that others will simply pick up the slack, they won't have to do the work, and it won't affect their grade. To encourage good group behavior, you will provide an assessment for each group member. Again, we'll utilize the uploading to Dropboxes on Blackboard. I expect you to be honest in your assessment. Your group member assessment will be included in your course grade, so as a reminder to those who might want to practice the free rider problem, this could come back to bite you. And mostly I find students are pretty honest in their assessments. And then the final step of this is a causal inference paper. So I have actually given you a definition here. A conclusion reached on the basis of evidence and reasoning. Researchers are entrusted with drawing inferences from the data. So you gather this data. What can you say about the 4 questions that I've posed here on the right-hand side of the screen? the extent of citizen participation in governance, government transparency and accountability, the protection of individual rights, and the degree to which citizens enjoy accurate representation. Your causal inference paper will address those issues. You will take the data that's been collected by your group and draw these conclusions and write about it in your paper. So you want to connect data, the evidence, the facts, with your analysis of what's going on in each of these categories. Now you'll use standard academic writing standards for this project. You can always utilize the writing center that SUNY Oneonta has to help you with those kinds of issues. And you are free, as always, to submit a paper in advance for me to give you feedback on the content of the paper. I don't have time to do all the grammar and the punctuation. I might pick out a couple of things you want to think about, but what I can do is give you feedback on the content of your paper. So look at the syllabus for the due dates. Look at the instructions that I've posted in this folder. They are all meant to help you be successful. If you have questions, you ought to contact me and let me know. If there is any difficulty with any of the files that are posted, please contact me and let me know, and I will quickly address those problems.